welcome to Tyroo Talks, where we discuss everything Adtech and beyond. In the past few episodes, we have discussed how AI is going to change our jobs and how it is going to change the organizations that we work in. In today's final episode, we'll discuss how in the short term we can be more tech savvy, we can learn more on AI and be relevant in the industries that we work in. To discuss this with us, we have Akshit, who is the senior FP&A, and we have Mariam, who is an intern in the HR department, to give us a perspective on how in the short term we can do more with AI and we can make ourselves relevant and we can learn more in the field of Adtech. Hi Mariam, hi Akshit, welcome to Tyroo Talks. This is the final episode that we are going to shoot, and over the last few episodes we have learned a lot about how it is going to change jobs having AI in the system, how it is going to change the organizations, and how do professionals who are looking at this in the long term see at it and how they have to adapt themselves. Today we'll be focused more on the short term strategies. So how in the short term you could be more efficient at your workplace, how you could add much to your skill set in the shorter term, that is in the next 6 months to 1 year. And as we have seen over the past 6 months to 1 year, the scope of AI has grown leaps and bounds. So I just wanted to have your opinion on how it is going to change the ecosystem. So maybe we can start with you, Mariam, that how in the short term AI would change the scope for a lot of individuals like you who are just getting out of college or are in the final year of college and have to move for placements.
So as we know, AI is here and it's here to stay, right? According to the IMF, around 40% of the jobs globally are going to be impacted by AI, either by replacing some or complementing others. And unlike the industrial revolution in the past, where machines were just a tool, now AI can function like a worker. So it's sort of acting as a competition for us who are freshly graduating right now. Right? There are some studies that suggest that in the short term, we're going to have some negative impacts, but in the longer term, we're going to potentially see some positive impacts. And I read another study where it said that by 2025, we're going to have 85 million jobs displaced, but we're going to create 97 million jobs instead. So we have potential also, so we need to be careful. And as for what are the jobs that I believe are going to be impacted, I can divide them into 3 categories. Low skills and repetitive jobs, and these can include officer administrators, right? Office administrators, some basic coders. These we don't have to do them; the AI can do it for us, and even customer service, right? Like handling chatbots can do the same as well. And the second category is white collar jobs, like basic financial reporters, paralegals, and even analysts, right? There are certain AI tools that you can automate the entire analysis for you. You don't have to manually do any of it anymore. And the third one is creative jobs, right? In the past, AI used to be more about thinking very fast, but now AI is able to be creative, right? And AI now is able to hit on certain things that we used to call as intuition, right? But it's not really, it's just being creative. So yeah, graphic designers are being impacted, writers are being impacted, and so on. Like I will give you an example. I know a graphic designer person who he had to make like a logo for a shampoo company, right? And instead of needing a model, they used an AI avatar to put in the logo, so they didn't need to pay for a model, they didn't need to do a photo session, they didn't need any of that.
Yeah, I think just adding on to that, anyone who is able to basically create new knowledge, jobs like those will increase, and a lot of tasks are jobs which can be broken down into tasks, right? Which can be step by step broken down into tasks. Those will get replaced, and I think that's how it's going to be. That's how the landscape is going to change over the next year, next couple of years or so.
Right, and as we are talking about new knowledge, and as Mariam said, like there are 3 categories in which basically we can divide how AI will impact certain job roles. I would also like to know from you guys, like how are you going to measure yourself on these skill sets. So like in the next 6 months, what are your goals as per se in terms of upskilling yourself in the field of AI, so that as you said, right, that there are certain jobs, particularly at the entry level, which are very much susceptible to being replaced by AI. So how do we adapt ourselves and how do we develop those skill set, and what should be our goals to achieve, so that we stay relevant and we stay up to date rather than being replaced?
For me, I think what I have basically started doing is one, learning how to talk to these bots, basically how to I've enrolled in a prompt engineering course to basically understand how do I navigate all of this. Then I've also set goals for myself in the sense that okay, these are say 10 type of tasks that I do apart from say a lot of places where I have to maybe use my brains and kind of do analysis that's not maybe available over the internet. So anything that's basically that can be broken down into tasks. I've set a list of those tasks, and then I have taken a goal that I want to at least automate 30 to 40% of those tasks. So end of 6 months, if I'm able to do that, I'm able to reduce my reduce my bandwidth in the sense that I am able to automate all of those tasks. That's going to be great. Plus, I've also identified certain skill gaps that I need to fill in, right? So again, that is one other goal, that if I'm able to fill in those skill gaps, that will be my measure of success for the next 6 months.
Right, and also, so basically, I have been into college when there was COVID going on, and nobody anticipated this sort of change that we went through, right? Everything going remote. There were a lot of things that people didn't even expect to go remote, and then they did. So I also believe that there are certain things that we can do, and slowly and steadily we might shift into more of an AI assisted role rather than being very much scared of AI replacing us. So moving on to Mariam. So you have been working in the HR department for us, right? And HRs have been very much involved with the managers who are there. So managers who have been handling teams and all. How well a shift you see in the perspective of managers who had been facing challenges in making their teams productive, because AI does not have all those human elements that come. It doesn't have the positives, but also we need to acknowledge that it doesn't have the negatives that come in with a human resource, rather than getting AI as a resource in the organization. So how do you think the concept of productivity would shift in managers' perspective with AI coming into the fold?
So one of the main measures that managers face right now is being able to keep their teams productive and maintain the morale high, right? Because the team members probably have a fear of being job displaced, right? So for that, we managers, they need to address these challenges transparently and with open communication to the teams, right? They need to show the benefits of these AI tools, that it's going to assist the job, it's not going to replace the job, right? And they can do this by giving them some studies, constantly sending them scientific studies that are giving analysis of how it's impacting so far. Like for example, I read a McKinsey report where it said around 60 to 70% of the jobs in a year are going to be, of the job tasks are going to be automated, right? So it's removing a lot of the workload. So these things, giving them to your team, it's helping them feel like it's more of a collaborator, not a replacer, right? And the second one is they have to provide training for these, how to use AI tools in their job, right? Employees don't know how to do it, right? And if a manager does not provide that, they will not know how to do it. Provide constant learning and promote AI literacy. So.
And so Akshit, you have been handling dotted lines and directly teams and people as well. Just wanted to understand on the same lines that Mariam said, right, that you need to give them certain set of trainings, you need to encourage them to use AI. And we have been saying at Tyroo that we have had different set of events, different set of internal challenges for people where we have been encouraged to use AI. So, how well do you think the overall environment of the office works in such a hybrid setup wherein a manager might have an AI tool with him, at the same time a human resource? So, how does a human who is working in a team compare himself or herself to an AI tool so that they don't lag behind in the perspective of the manager?
Yeah, like I said, if a human is again doing work that can be broken down into tasks, is a lot of manual work, is something that can be automated. I think then there's a very high chance that the manager eventually might want to move to an AI tool, right? Because that removes your dependency on a human. But having said that, if that human is basically he or she is cognitive of the fact that this is happening with them, right? If they're able to upskill, use that tool to improve onto whatever they're doing, get better output from that. There's a lot of opportunities everywhere, right? In an ecosystem like ours, for example, we every day we keep saying that if you don't have work at Tyroo, for example, you're probably looking in the wrong direction. There's work all around. There's a lot of new exciting things that keep happening. So if you were able to learn those tools, use that in the work that you're doing, and then replace a lot of your manual work so that you can take a lot more strategic work. I think that's what the managers appreciate, that's what the team and the company appreciates, and that's what in a longer run maybe an older self would also probably want to do that, right? You wouldn't want to do a lot of manual grunt work. I think that's how it is at this juncture.
And I also believe this marries very well back to the narrative that you discussed briefly about gaining new knowledge and giving it to the organization wherever you are, be it your own organization or you are working with someone. I also believe that doing repetitive tasks is not something what humans are made for.
Correct.
That should be, and in today's world, even without AI, a lot of things could be automated and they could be done over tech very efficiently. So the more humans involve their brains in something that AI cannot do, because at the end of the day AI is something which is using past data to derive results, right? So in my opinion also, if we are more involved in the things that don't involve using the past to analyze and just predict the future, rather than imagining stuff and doing something that we usually used to say, right, using our gut feeling to to arrive to a decision. So if we are more focused on that, that is also what I believe would work better. Mariam, on that note, I would also like to understand from you. So you are still in college, right, and you'll be having your final year around. So in your perspective, over the past couple of months that you have been here, the entire environment created at Tyroo, wherein we have been pushing AI onto the organization, wherein we are having this series, we are also having a lot of events going on, and in general the tone is very much focused towards AI. So how well do you think that this marries well, and this will help you have an edge over other people at your college whenever you're there?
Well, having the experience of AI is going to definitely put me at an edge in comparison to my classmates, because when I tell people that I have worked using AI tools, right, it shows that I have tech experience, right? I know how to use these tools, right? It shows that I am adaptable as well. It shows that I am able to keep up with the trends. I am able to use them for my own benefit and my work, right? It shows that I am also forward thinking. I look to how to be more efficient and more productive, and not necessarily by working hard, just working smart, right? So seeing these things, I think a person would find these, because it's also helping me be more creatively thinking, right? I don't have to worry about doing a basic research.
Right.
AI can do it for me, ChatGPT can do it, right? Canva can do great presentations using AI, right? So I don't have to manually do everything. So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting.
Knowledge of tools like these, not just help you in workplaces or against your peers, but help you everywhere else as well.
Everywhere.
And for my personal experiences, for example, I went on a trip last month, and I used an AI travel tool to basically build me an itinerary. I told it what I like, what I don't like, things like those, and then it basically filtered out everything, built me a 5-day itinerary, and I could travel around without basically
That's
having to
nice.
Right.
invest
I
a lot
haven't
of
heard
time,
this before.
invest a lot of time, without having to invest a lot of time to prepare an
Plan it out.
itinerary. And I got a lot of links from certain friends that okay, you should maybe look at these links, understand what all places can you go to. I fit that into the AI tool as well. So it can
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being a part of Tyroo Talks. And this marks the end of our series on AI and jobs. So, any last words from you guys? Any words of wisdom for anyone who is still skeptical about their job roles being replaced by AI, or them not being, very much in sync with the development that has been in the world of AI over the past 6 months? Any last thoughts from you guys for anyone?
I think one paramount thing is that if you're the one who is ready to basically learn new things, is the one who is ready to raise his or her hand at problems that are thrown to you. I think AI is going to be amazing for you. But if you're someone who runs away from problems, runs away from newer things, from newer technology, and you're not willing to learn, probably AI might just end up eating your job up, right? But end of the day, you have to be the one who's ready to raise his hand to learn new things, and then to apply it in whatever you do, both personal, professional, everywhere, right? So if you're able to do that, I think then your life is going to be way simpler, much better, and you're going to be at a great growth trajectory as well. So I think just embracing it is the way to go, because you can't run from it now.
Right.
Yes, you should. Just the main thing is stay open-minded, stay flexible. Take every change as an opportunity to learn, not as a fear. And interestingly, that the paradox of automation, right? It says that the more efficient automation is, the more human roles are needed, right? As humans, we're needed to build relationships, to creatively think, to be emotionally intelligent, and these are the skills we should focus on, right? We need to have a right balance of skills where we can utilize AI efficiency and human creativity. So if we're able to balance both of these, then I think we will have a place in the future. And as for organizations, right, they also need to foster an environment of continuous learning, of promoting AI literacy, right, and just maintain a positive environment where an employee can feel valued and recognized, right? And as for my final takeaway, AI is not going to take jobs, but the people who are able to use it effectively might be able to take it.
I think just keep creating new knowledge. That's the way to go.
Right. Thank you, guys. So, I think the conclusion is that we need to have new knowledge. We need to not be afraid of AI, and we need to upskill ourselves, and we need to be open to the changes that AI is making in the org structures. So, thanks, guys, and this brings us to the end of the series. And I wish you both all the best.
Thank
Mariam, to you for your college, Akshit for your job role. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the rapidly evolving landscape, individuals most likely to be impacted by AI and automation are those in roles involving repetitive tasks and basic data analysis. These professionals should seek opportunities to upskill and adapt to stay relevant. For Adtech professionals, clarity on measurement goals is crucial. Effective strategies include setting clear objectives, using data-driven insights, and continuously refining goals based on performance metrics. This ensures alignment with business objectives and demonstrates ROI. Managers face specific challenges in AI-integrated environments, such as balancing human and machine tasks, maintaining team morale, and ensuring effective communication. Overcoming these challenges involves fostering a collaborative culture, providing continuous learning opportunities, and leveraging AI to handle routine tasks, allowing team members to focus on creative and strategic initiatives. In hybrid work environments, individuals must adapt to new technologies, manage time efficiently, and maintain strong communication. Essential skills include digital literacy, adaptability, and continuous learning. Staying updated with technological advancements is also critical. For those struggling with the transition to hybrid environments and AI integration, it's important to focus on upskilling, particularly in areas like data analysis, AI fundamentals, and project management. Seeking mentorship, participating in training programs, and building a strong professional network can provide support and opportunities for growth. Looking to the future, professionals should embrace lifelong learning, stay informed about industry trends, and be adaptable. Networking and collaborating with peers can provide valuable insights and support, helping them navigate the evolving landscape effectively. By taking these steps, individuals can prepare for and navigate the short-term impacts of AI on their roles and the industry as a whole, ensuring they remain relevant and effective in their careers.
Hey everyone, so this marks an end to our AI versus Job series at Tyroo Talks. Thank you everyone for being a part of this journey, where we have learned that AI is our companion at our jobs and not a competition, but at the same time, the organizations are changing due to AI. So we need to be aware and we need to learn more on this. Thank you for being a part of this journey. This is your host Mayank Mishra signing off. We'll meet again later. Thank you.